Hello, my name is John Clayton and I draw weird shit, and for Mermaid 2019, I'm gonna be drawing my own Eldritch Mermaid, bitch. This was really fun to do, but I had lost so much willpower to work on it to the point I had to force myself to work on it. A couple weeks ago, a friend and I were day drinking, and since then my working schedule has been so off, which threw off my workout schedule and my sleep schedule. So since then, I've been trying to gain control of my life, or the amount of control I originally had. For Mermay, I had already been wanting to do an Eldritch Mermaid for some time now, mainly because I had a general idea for a cosmic horror mermaid concept. So I thought Mermay would be a great way to force myself to think about it while I take a break from Fae Anatomy. I came up with this mermaid concept back in April and I had it on my mind almost all the time. I ended up calling it Glass Harbor. It's a fishing town on a small island where the town worships a cosmic deity called Mother Pearl, whom brings them a bountiful haul of fish year-round. Of course, a male sacrifice is needed to complete the trade-off. I have a general idea of what Mother Pearl looks like, but I was trying to come up with a very physically unique version of an Eldritch Mermaid. But I did have a small dream about them, and in the middle of the night I woke up and I quickly sketched out the idea, and here we are. I also wrote a small mythos about the mermaid just to clarify their anatomy and origins, so here we go. These mermaids are called the Spawn of Pearl, or Glass Sentinels. They act as offshore guards for Glass Harbor. They attract and dispatch those who attempt to trespass, or to make sure blasphemers don't leave the island. When attracting humans, they open up a fleshy portion of their rear head and use their muscles to pull it open and have it stand up. This exposes a gap where tentacles will pour out and act as hair. Along the crest there are 6 holes where air is released and sounds like singing and entrances those they wish to kill. Using their fleshy portion, which vaguely appears as human, they lure their victims closer to them. As the victim is being hypnotized, they see the fleshy portion as a beautiful person calling out to them. When the victim is in range, the mermaid will use its labium, an extendable jaw similar to a dragonfly nymph, and extend it quickly to grab its prey and pull them into the water. Within the mouth is a pharyngeal jaw, a secondary jaw, that grabs meat and pulls it into the throat of the mermaid and eats the prey alive. Along their body they have cosmic barnacles, a sign that they have been in the presence of their Mother Pearl. Maybe in the future I'll work on a giant piece for Mother Pearl, but I don't know for sure what I'm doing with Glass Harbor. For now, it's just fun to think about and experiment ideas for it. A few weeks ago I decided to do early access on my Patreon, meaning the majority of my final illustrations will be posted on there a week before I post them anywhere else. Now this only applies to new illustrations. If I happen to repost an illustration on Instagram, it won't appear on Patreon. That's really the only exception to early access. This early access is available to all my patrons no matter the tier you're pledged to. You can get early access for as low as $1 as part of my Everest tier. Anyways, with that being said, let's get back to the drawing and I'll see you at the end of the video. This was a fun experiment with working on a different kind of mermaid, as for the last few years I've only worked on my mermaid species from Fae Anatomy. Thank you for watching, and please consider supporting me on my Patreon, where you can see rough sketches, previews to the book I'm working on, and pages of concept art, as well as early access to illustrations. You can also support me on my DeviantArt, Instagram, and ArtStation. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.